Give me 1 second to find where it is. You're on the record in FN 2024-052375. Laura Owens and Gregory Gillespie. Will you state your name for the record, please, ma'am?
Laura Owens.
And if you'll raise your right hand, my clerk's going to swear you.
You do solemnly swear the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right, ma'am, I did have a chance to review your petition, and that you've indicated that you and defendant were in a previous romantic relationship, essentially. Is that an accurate reflection of the relationship between you?
Yes.
And you've alleged a series of incidents that have taken place really between 2023 and 2024. Is it your testimony the information you provided is true and accurate to the best of your information knowledge?
Yes. And the order is up on December the 6th.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You're close enough in time to be granted new one. I do find reasonable cause for an act of domestic violence has occurred. I'm going to grant the order to you. Defendant will have no contact with you except your attorney's legal process and court hearings. While I can't specifically address third parties because I don't have any jurisdiction over them, I will put some language in the other findings that no contact means no third party contact or other contact through other means like social media. And then it doesn't necessarily apply to any specific person, so it's really hard for that to be policed, but certainly if he continues to do that, you want to report each violation.
Okay, I will do that.
I will order he not go on into your residence. It begins 11440. And then you have a second address listed here. Does he have any reason to go to that address in Scottsdale that begins 1381? Okay, then I'll include that as a protected location. All right, bear with me while I finalize the order, ma'am, and then I have a few other things to let you know.
Okay.
बिल्कुल भी नहीं करना था। दरअसल ये आदमी एक छोटे से स्पीकर को एस्केलेटर पर चिपकाकर छोड़ देता है और एक टिश्यू पेपर को इससे सटाकर रखता है और स्पीकर के घूमकर वापस आने का इंतजार करने लगता है। लेकिन टिश्यू पेपर को हटाने पर ऐसा कुछ निकलेगा कि किसी ने सपने में भी नहीं सोचा था, क्योंकि ये आदमी जैसे ही टिश्यू को देखता है तो वो कितना गंदा था। आदमी को ऐसा and if you think that it can't happen to you or that your family is into it, you're wrong. We're the hardest thing.
Right now, they're going to get it finalized, and once it is finished, once they finish getting it logged in, we're going to email a copy back to you. We transmit everything over to Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. The sheriffs are going to work to get him served. What we encourage you to do is also print out as many copies of that order as you think you're going to need. Keep one at home, one at work, one in your purse, one in your car. Places you go a lot, have a copy of that order of protection. The reason for that, should the other one expire before this one gets served and there's nothing in place, should he show up at your house and the situation escalates to the point where you need to call local law enforcement out, when those officers arrive, you can ask them to serve him with one of your copies.
Oh, okay.
You have to keep in mind that any agency that ends in PD, police department, they are allowed to tell you, no, I will not do your service. There's a whole lot of reasons why they can technically tell you no. So we give you the warning, but realistically, they almost always say yes. So do not hesitate to ask any officer if they're present, and so is the defendant, and they will likely get service done with you.
Okay.
Once he's served, the order will be valid for 2 years from the date of service. At any point during that 2-year period, he can request a hearing to fight the order. If he asks for that hearing, we have to set it within 10 days. So it's really important you keep your contact information up to date with the clerk of court, because we're going to reach out to you at whatever we have on file to get you notice of that hearing. If that hearing happens, that hearing is going to be your chance to prove these allegations to be true. So you want to bring all the evidence you have to prove the allegations you've made to that hearing. There are now 2 ways you can submit evidence in hearings and orders of protection: the old way and the new way. The old way, you are just going to bring 3 copies of anything you plan to present directly to the hearing. Defendant will get a copy, the court gets a copy, the 3rd copy is yours to use throughout the hearing. That same rule would apply to any audio or video files you plan to use. If you have any of those, you need them saved externally to a USB drive or a CD, something like that. Then you would also need to bring a device to play the audio video file in open court. The new way is more tech savvy. Essentially, when somebody requests a hearing on the order of protection, the clerk of court emails both parties a link to a program called Case Center. If you follow that link, create an account, you can then upload all of your evidence directly into Case Center. You can see the courtroom in the other boxes on the screen, those computers that are on those tables. We use that to pull up Case Center, so everybody is looking at everything that's been uploaded directly in front of them. So it eliminates the need to make copies and things like that. The court does not have a preference on which way you decide to submit evidence. It truly is your comfort level, and then we will work with you however you brought those things in. The only other thing we encourage you to look into is safety planning. You can Google safety plans, get a whole lot of information about them. I like to present it really simply to you. To me, safety planning is forward thinking on ways to stay safe. It seems like consistently he's doing a lot of harassing behaviors. A lot of it is online. So there hasn't been direct threatening type behaviors. But just because it hasn't happened before doesn't mean it would never happen. And so we encourage you to look into ways to stay safe and plan for your safety so that you're not caught off guard if you should ever need to get yourself out of a situation.
Okay.
That's everything I have to tell you today. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I really appreciate it.
I do wish you the best of luck, ma'am, and you will have copies of your order in your email here shortly. And again, thank you so much for your patience with me getting on the line.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too.